But since you again perpetuated this lie, and now since the response looking and it's looking like we just gonna shave it off, we just gonna pass it off like usual. It's right on every time. It's looking like not the one, wagwan. Bomba clat. It's looking like it's not it, Mutahar. Again, he could have cleared this up way earlier. But he woke up, made his bed every day for the past 10 years while claiming to be an engineer. Again, now we're saying he engineered the situation. And then every day again and every night of them 10 years, he went back and laid in his bed. And he got real comfy. The comfiest. Because, yo, let's think about it, too. If Heads wasn't on his case, do you think he would have came out and really had clarified that he wasn't an engineer? I don't think so. So, again, I hope you're happy, Mutahar. Trust me, you are. You engineered your way right into your fucking bed. You did. You sure did. You already know the time it is, baby. You seen town thumbnail. Talking once more about Mutahar. Yeah, apparently Mutahar kind of dropped a response to the whole engineer credibility controversy and all the Jones going on with that. But within that response, he didn't drop it within a whole video in itself. And I'm not gonna lie, I am not checking that whole boy out. No cap, we need to get right down to the details. Sloppy! Yeah, we just here for the response. But one of my slop kings, Sloppy Mule, we gonna share the love when we get in the vid, has dropped the video, you know what I'm saying, over and over. Mutahar's, at least the part of the vid which was responding, I guess, a little bit to the controversy or whatever. So we're going to be checking that boy out, so let's not waste any more time. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed have everything every single time, baby. Let's get right into it. You already know, like I said in the intro, share the love with Sloppy Mule. We got Mutahar response was insane. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG video? Down in the description, first link. Share the love with Sloppy Mule. Like I be saying. And let's get right into it and see what it really was for Mutahar. Let's do it.
I know there's been some drama, and I want to kind of address things here really quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to guess it, but Mutahar has officially dropped a response video. Say quote-unquote response video, he dropped a mini response within his latest video. If you don't know what's been going on, recently a content creator called Nick Andrews dropped a video exposing Mutahar for several lies he's told over the past 10 years, including him lying about being an engineer. Since Nick Andrews dropped his video, the drama has continued to snowball with lots of stuff coming from it, very interesting stuff, including Nick
It was like Nick Andrews, harmful opinions, Gamma dropped the vid.
Andrews even coming on my podcast.
Welcome, I'm Nick Andrews.
Oh, you did the thing with your voice, that's great.
If you want to go see what Nick Andrews had to say on that podcast, please feel free to go over to the TrillTalksEverything channel and see the full podcast. Like I said towards the beginning of the video, Mutahar has now responded after 7 days of inactivity on his YouTube account. So without further ado, let's dive into what Mutahar had to say about being a fake engineer.
I use the E word over there, and I want to just start talking a little bit. I know there's been some drama, and I want to kind of address things here really
I
quick.
mean, straight off the bat, from the E word to the gameplay, Mutahar isn't taking this seriously
But looks like he isn't engineering the response as good as we thought he would.
whatsoever, which is very, very funny considering what he's about to say about it.
So obviously, I have been calling myself a engineer, in some cases a programmer, a cybersecurity engineer, whatever you can call
Normally, it seems like you done engineered the situation up until this point, so I mean, tough.
it.
Mutahar, if you're an engineer, you're an engineer. If you're a teacher, you're a teacher. If I work in a Tesco or a Target, that doesn't make me the Prime Minister.
I'm saying it would make you a customer associate.
And, you know, I apparently have also been a dropout, which I don't hide. Now, obviously, me being a dropout, I don't have a degree, so I'm not a certified or...
So then how were you an engineer? And that's what Heads were saying. So, when you were a video engineer, software engineer, cybersecurity engineer, and all that, I don't think you're an engineer, brother. Not without a degree.
licensed engineer.
So there we have it. For the past 10 years, Mutahar has been actively lying about being an engineer when he's even been talking about his education. He has also been lying and been incredibly inconsistent with that. He just flat out said, yeah, well, no, I'm not an engineer. I'm not a licensed engineer. Just don't know how you can so nonchalantly say that after actively...
I'm saying, it's like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, Mutahar. This only adds more to the joke of, like I was saying in the other vids, lessening your credibility, brother. Why are you lying? What was the point of capping? It's like, yo, and this is another thing I'm saying too. I mean, like, hey, I guess he finally came clean with it, John. How heads feel. If you want to still watch him, you still watch him, yada yada. Like, yo, that's heads prerogative. But to me, it's just like, yo, he could have just been admitted this, been cleared this up. Like I was saying, yo, he had literally 10 opportunities, even if he wanted to go one try each year, bro. Oh my god, bro, he could have been to it, but this is how it's going to end. Tough.
Lying to your
Stupid actions, stupid consequences, baby.
audience for over 10 years, being incredibly inconsistent, lying to their faces about being some type of big engineer and the things you're talking about, trying to get that reputation of somebody who is well educated, somebody who is an engineer, and then just flat out say, well, no, I'm not really a licensed engineer.
Now, I made a lot of videos in the past where I've taught you guys about computer safety, cybersecurity, a lot of this stuff, and I think that content stands up on its own.
If those videos can or cannot stand up on their own, does not negate the fact that you were actively lying about being
That's what I was saying, too. And that's another thing I was saying in some of the other vids, too. I was like, yo, bro, I'm sure Mutahar has made videos where, like, yeah, it's actually helped people. even obviously not having the credibility and not having the degree to go alongside with the claims of being an engineer. But I'm sure, like, obviously there's still people that have seen some Mutahar vids, especially when he's covering Jones like Linux. Oh boy, Linux. Like when he's covering Jones like that, like, yeah, they probably like, oh yeah, bro, this show was helpful, yada yada. But dog, yo, do you not also understand for the heads that's going to you because they think you have this like such high credibility? It's like, yo, finding out you're capping about this, John. Would you not expect some heads to feel a certain way? That's what I'm saying, bro. This shit was so easy to fucking avoid.
an engineer for over 10 years. I can guarantee there are people in your audience that were more inclined to watch that type of video from you because they knew that you were, in your words, a type of engineer. So
Boom, bam, bop, literally what I just said.
Bomboclat!
Bombaclad, Muta, bombaclad, wagwan.
somebody that, yeah, I want to see their opinion because, you know, they're qualified. They're a qualified engineer. They're going to have a unique take on this and they can help me. I think it's very clear that Mutahar is a huge compulsive liar. I mean, he's so just nonchalantly admitted that he's lied for 10 years, like it doesn't mean anything.
And I believe it actually can be used, you know, and people have learned from it. And I think that's great. Now, if you feel offended, if you feel wronged that I called myself an engineer while not being a degree-holding engineer, then for that, I do apologize.
Nah, I don't give a fuck, but more or less, some heads will, but also to that, again, Mutahar just lessens your credibility, because it's just like, damn, brother, like, again, you were lying for the past 10 years about some John, which, honestly, to be for real, is like a nothing burger, bro. If you would have just came clean about this, I'm sure, like, way earlier about this, like, bro, I'm sure heads would have not given a fuck and still, again, would watch the vids and just be like, yo, bro, I still like you as a person or whatever, like to watch your videos, they're entertained, or even for the other bulls, like, with some of the other things you cover, like, still find that John helpful and not give a fuck whether you're a fucking engineer or all this other shit. But, since you, again, perpetuated this lie, and now since the response looking, and it's looking like, we just gonna shave it off, we just gonna pass it off like usual. It's right on every time. It's looking like not the one, wagwan.
Bomboclat!
Bombaclat. It's looking like it's not it, Mutahar. Again, he could have cleared this up way earlier. But he woke up, made his bed every day for the past 10 years while claiming to be an engineer. Again, now we're saying he engineered the situation. And then every day again and every night of them 10 years, he went back and laid in his bed. And he got real comfy. The comfiest. Because, yo, let's think about it, too. If Heads wasn't on his case, do you think he would have came out and really had clarified that he, wasn't an engineer? I don't think so. So, again, I hope you're happy, Mutahar. Trust me, you are. You engineered your way right into your fucking bed. You did. You sure did. It's the most nothing burger Jones that just gets these bulls tanked, bro. You could just, you know, be genuine, tell the truth, but I guess not. Unfortunate. Like,
Very clear why Mutahar called himself an engineer, right? The prestige that comes with being called an engineer, right? The reputation of being called an engineer, right? It bolsters him. Him saying that, no, I am an engineer, you know, YouTube isn't my full-time thing, makes his reputation look 10 times better. You're inclined to listen to somebody because, you know, it kind of gives him a bit of authority.
And I will denigrate myself to, you know, I guess programmer or a fat Indian guy that knows a bit about
And you
computers.
can take away the sarcasm and, you know, you respond properly, or you can just call yourself, you know, a hobbyist or somebody who takes a bit of interest in computers, somebody who enjoys looking into computers, something like that. It's very clear that Mutahar, to a certain extent, just does not care. This response is minuscule. He's saying
That's what I'm saying, like, bruh, like, again, he did not have to lie about his credentials. You could have just been, like what was very apparent, seeing as you're making the videos about it. You could have just said you're passionate about all these different, like, things, like cybersecurity, like, you know, saying searching the deep web, different OSs, like, you know, Linux and all that shit. You could have just said you're hella passionate about it. You don't gotta be like, yeah, I'm a fucking engineer, man, and then say that shit again and perpetuate that lie for the past 10 years. It's like,
these things so nonchalantly. He's come across like he doesn't care. He's making active jokes about it. He's not taking it seriously whatsoever. He's not taking people's concerns seriously at all. Or at least that's what he wants you to think, right? That he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. Because, I mean, he has taken a week off because of this, right? It isn't exactly like he doesn't care whatsoever. Because, I mean, he has taken a week break. I think he's trying to give this perception that, no, I don't care. I don't care that people have called me a liar. I don't
know. I think he's definitely gonna care. Considering, again, he said that his audience is like his family, bro. And, like, yo, without them, he'd be nothing. So, again, when they're on his ass for this shit, he might care then.
care that people have exposed me for this. I think that's the persona that he wants to put on the front.
That's what I'll leave it at. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Now again, if you want to stick around, awesome. If you still feel wronged and this does not suffice for you, then I don't really give a fuck.
And he said it there himself, that he doesn't give a fuck if you don't think this apology is good enough, if you still care about this situation. He's just said basically a big fuck you to the people who genuinely feel betrayed by this. Such a weird and ballsy move to include this in a response segment. I don't know why you would ever imagine that this would go down well in any capacity whatsoever.
Simple as that. Now, again, that being said, if anything else comes out of this, you know, whether there be some legal stuff, then I'll just let lawyers handle it, and we'll...
Oh, man, bro. I can't wait till Mutahar quits doing drama again. That's just gonna be hilarious. Ooh, boy, the drama's gone.
call it a day. With that being said, I want to move forward, and that's pretty much the engineered response that I had to give.
He's talking about more legal
Sure did engineer up that one, huh?
stuff. He's bringing up the stuff that Nick Andrews said in response to claiming that you're an engineer without actually being an engineer being an illegal thing. It's just a truly puzzling response. What he's basically said is, yeah, I lied to my audience for 10 years. I'm not an engineer. I'm basically this compulsive liar. If you care still after this apology, well, fuck off. Found funny as well is towards the end of the video, Mutahar talks about, you know, quitting, retiring.
I mean, could we expect anything else? I don't usually. No. Yeah. Guys. This is about all you should expect from these type of bulls.
Starting to move on from YouTube, and he kind of puts all this blame down to the new guidelines that YouTube is bringing in, and the Online Safety Act in the UK, and all of these other things. And it's definitely not just conveniently timed. It's definitely not that, you know, the Nick Andrews video and everybody exposing him as a giant liar might have just, you know, put him off a little bit from uploading. It's the government, guys.
It really makes me wonder, like, what my future is, too. And I'm not saying this is like I'm retiring right now, but I wouldn't honestly say expect the video even tomorrow, or expect the video every day.
There's not one part of me that genuinely buys that the reason that he might be slowing down on content, right?
It's like, yeah, dog, I ain't gonna lie. Mutahar, they're bringing up a lot of old clips, man. Clips that are looking crazy. Don't even get me started on the John with the, what was it? Nexpo? The other bull, Ryan? Didn't get me started on the sussy boy allegations. It's like, are you taking a couple of breaks because of...
Introducing this new state of, you know, I am slowly going to start taking a step back is because of the government or the new online safety acts online. I refuse to believe it. It's just too conveniently timed. You know what? I'll be charitable and say that that might be an element of it, but I genuinely do believe that a huge element is him getting exposed as a big fat liar.
Because my time on...
Duh. Like, bro, what? Again, this John is the John that make him cheese. If he gonna step back, bro, and because of, like, you know, the censorship and all that type of jazz, if it hasn't really been set in stone and hefty in place, why would you just do it now? That makes no sense. This John is happening, like, primarily in the UK and stuff like that. What? It's dumb. It's obviously plausible deniability, like Mutahar. Brother, we know a lot of shit is coming out. It's probably because you don't want to face the backlash.
The internet, me personally, given changes in my life when it comes to my personal stuff, I would rather dedicate my time to family first and most importantly. You know, at this point, I've made my money, I've made my time, made my mark on the internet. It is what it is. And I would rather focus on, you know, a part of life that isn't being invaded by the government.
I've lied for the past 10 years, I've made my mark in the internet, I don't care anymore, right? I don't care about my audience, I've lied to you for 10 years, I've flat out lied about being an engineer, I don't care, you can go fuck yourselves, I've made my money, fuck off. But yes,
Stamped. Stamped. Like, bro. So you gonna dip me? Are you gonna quit? Bro, we gotta focus on family. I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you, family number one, family first. Shout out to Boss Mel Sis. You already know. It's love. But like, why all of a sudden now, Muda? Cause you didn't engineer the situation correctly? Oh man. Cause a lot of people engineered up some videos exposing you for lying. Tough again.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mutahar's response. I just wanted to make a quick video covering this because I found how he went about this so incredibly funny. His response is awful. He nonchalantly admitted to his audience that, yeah, I lied to you for the past 10 years. If you care still after this apology, you know, you can go fuck yourselves. He just doesn't care, right? It's very funny how he's gone about this, the front that he's putting on, or at least what he screams as the front that he is putting on. It's just incredibly funny and very bizarre. But everybody watching, what's your thoughts on this? Please feel free to comment down below.
My thoughts, actually, you know what? We better leave a final opinion to conjecture. I got you.
And once you're done, then you must subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future Slop Meal content. But I've been Samuel, I've been covering the Mutahar response Slopic, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.
You already know, gang. Of course. Shout out one of my glorious Slop Kings. Ooh! Slop a mule. We got Mutahar response. Was insane. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG video. Down description. First link. Should have loved a Slop Mule. And, final opinions and conjecture. Wow! Mutahar came out and clarified. And yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. Wow. You know what I have to say to that? Again, like I was saying earlier. When Mutahar quits, apparently, better yet, when he comes back from taking a break because he wants to focus on family now. So when he comes back from that and starts making videos again, at least consistently, and then quits drama from there, I want y'all to remember this. Because it's a pattern. Patterns of behavior. Trilly stamps it in all the time. But seriously, remember this when that happens. Remember this. Other than that, though, again, shout out to love a sloppy mule. And I'll be catching ya on the flip, baby. Peace.